What's going on, people, and welcome back to another episode of Predict the Prem. The Premier League is finally back after quite a long wait with midweek football this week, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday fixtures. I think we've got a full host of fixtures as well.
Except for one game, I think Chelsea.
Except for one game,
Club
yeah,
World Cup.
that's it. Chelsea in the Club World Cup. I think they were supposed to be playing Brighton, I believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, both of them are not playing, but apart from
They
that...
played it early.
What do you mean they played it early?
They played Brighton twice already because
they
brought the game forward.
Yeah. So apart from those two teams, we have a full bill of fixtures. The scores between me and my brother at the moment are 271 to 244. The way the scoring works, it is 5 points for a correct scoreline, 3 points for a correct result on both teams to score, 1 point for a correct result, and then there's a star man as well, which is 2 points for a goal, 1 point for an assist, and a lot of hard fixtures this week. So let's get into predicting them, and let's start off with the Tuesday fixtures, and that is Newcastle against Everton, and I have gone for 2-1 to Everton.
Yeah, I've gone 2-2.
I actually went 2-2, but I changed it last second to 2-1.
I like a good 2-2 draw. I think, Lampard's first Premier League game in charge. Obviously, he got his first win against Brentford quite convincingly, 4-1 in the FA Cup. But Newcastle, with their win last time out against Leeds, with a few new signings under their belt as well, Bruno Guimaraes will make his debut in this game as well. So I'm thinking they could be up for it. So I've just gone for 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, my thinking behind it is that, yes, Newcastle brought in quite a few signings, but you never know how quickly they're going to take to the Premier League and how quickly they'll be up to scratch. Everton, with a few new signings themselves, with Dele Alli and Donny van den Beek, who've both played in the Premier League. So I think they could bed in quite quickly. And with Frank Lampard, I think they'll have a bit of a new manager bounce as well, showing that they did beat Brentford 4-1 in the Cup on the weekend. So I think it'll be a close game, but I think Everton will just nick it with a new manager bounce with Frank Lampard. So I've gone 2-1, Tim's gone 2-2. Let's move on to West Ham against Watford. Ooh, what have you gone here for here?
I went for 1-1.
Is that your out-of-the-box one?
A bit, yeah. A bit out of the box. I think West Ham could struggle. Look, Roy Hodgson got a 0-0 draw in his first game away at Burnley. And he's going to bring a bit of a pragmatic style to Watford, I feel. They might be a bit tougher to play against than beforehand. West Ham been struggling of late for me, and they just got over the line against Kidderminster Harriers in the FA Cup. Need Declan Rice to come on and save them. And I reckon they could be frustrated again, so I've gone 1-1.
Yeah, I mean... Look, it could easily be a draw. I was flirting with the idea of going with a draw as well, but I think West Ham will have a bit too much for this Watford side. They've got some quality play. Yeah, they're not doing it at the moment, West Ham, but I think probably a good side to play in terms of that with Watford. Yes, they do have Roy Hodgson and could be a bit of a new manager bounce as well. But seeing as his first game was it was 0-0 against Burnley, I can't really see them scoring against West Ham. So I've gone for 2-0 to West Ham, but hopefully you're right on that one. But let's move on to Burnley against Manchester United, and we've gone for the exact same scoreline with this one, 1-0 to Manchester United. Again, I was flirting with a draw in this one, but changed it last second to Man United 1-0.
Yeah, I think Man United should get over the line. Burnley, at the moment, sleepwalking a bit, aren't they? They got all these games in hand, but they're not winning any games. Like I think they've won one game maybe this season.
Wow, is that right?
I think they've won one game. They've really struggled to pick up wins, and despite all these games in hand, do you back them to get the wins required? They're still rock bottom of the league. They have drawn a lot, 10 draws, but they're really struggling to score goals. I think 16 goals so far this season they've scored. They are struggling quite badly. So I think Man United, as long as they get one goal, it should be all right. But although Weghorst is a new signing, and I know he started last time out, actually in the top two of Aaron Lennon. Him and Lennon played up front.
I thought it was the top two of Cornet.
Well, maybe I didn't watch the game, but I was looking at live score and it said him and Lennon were up front. But Weghorst, maybe he could come up with something, but I think, United should win.
Pretty much the same thinking. I mean, I haven't been impressed with Man United, albeit though that game in the FA Cup, which they did lose, they did deserve to win that game. And I thought if they would have put away a few of their chances, they would have won that quite convincingly. So I think they can get away from Turf Moor with all the 3 points, but it'll be a tough game for them, that's for sure. Burnley will be set up to frustrate, so I don't think there'll be many goals in it. So 1-0 to Man United for both of us. Man City against Brentford on the Wednesday. And I've gone for 4-0.
And I've gone for 3-0.
Interesting. It's going to be a tight one.
Yeah, no, you're going to get a last-minute goal. I can feel it. But yeah, City at the moment, there's no stopping them, is there? Swatting everyone aside. Brentford, although they're a good team, I can't see them matching City. Eriksen maybe could be the first involved for the first time in this one. I don't think he's played yet for Brentford.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll be interesting if he does play. But City at the moment are just on another level, and they're on a crazy winning run. So it has to be City for the win.
Yeah, I mean, Burnley, they're going for a sticky period at the moment. Their last 3 away games, they lost to Everton 4-1. They lost to Liverpool 3-0. They lost to Southampton 4-1.
Yeah.
So I really can't see them keeping out Man City here, a rampant Man City side. So I can see them getting 4, maybe even more, to be honest. So I've gone 4-0. My brother's gone 3-0. Let's move over to Norwich against Crystal Palace. You go first on this one.
2-1 to Palace, I've gone.
Ooh. You know what? I've gone for 1-1 because I think Norwich, there's just something about Norwich at the moment. Their last 4 or 5 games, they're on really good form. I was even thinking about putting Norwich to win. This Palace side as well, they just blow hot and cold. You never know which Palace side are going to turn up. And I think with resurgent Norwich side under Dean Smith, I think that they can get something out of this game. I really do.
Yeah, fair enough. I just think with the emergence recently of Michael Olise, and they've got some decent attacking players at the moment. No need to mention the likes of Conor Gallagher, and Edouard scored a few goals recently. So I think Norwich might struggle to deal with what they have. I do back them to get a goal in this game. I think it's a very important home game for them if they're looking to stay up. But I just think they're going to get frustrated, and Palace will nick it.
All right, let's move over to Tottenham against Southampton at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And I'm so close. This is so funny because I looked at a lot of your scores I went for and then changed it last second. So only time will tell, see if it was a good move or a bad move. But I've gone for 2-0.
Yeah, I just went for 3-0. I've got a feeling the way Southampton play, especially away from home. I know they gave us a very good game at St Mary's, and we struggled to really break them down. But I think at home, the way Southampton like to play, I think that should suit us. And that's why I've gone for 3-0.
Yeah, look, 2-0, 3-0, not much difference, to be honest. But I think it will be a convincing victory for Tottenham. It might be one of those days where we do put away all our chances and maybe we do go and completely batter them 3-4-5. But I've just gone a bit more conservative for 2-0. We do like to miss a few chances on the day. So, I've gone for 2-0 to Spurs. But let's keep going. The last game on the Wednesday is Aston Villa against Leeds. And I have gone for 2-1, and so have you. 2-1 to Aston Villa.
Go for Villa to scrape it. I think Leeds have been performance-wise improving a bit of late, but they did lose at home to Newcastle last time out. And Villa under Steven Gerrard maybe haven't quite kept up the standards of his earlier tenure. But again, they just beat. They were just won 1-0 away at Everton. And I've just got the feeling they're gonna. It'll be a hard-fought victory, but they'll scrape through.
Yeah, I think Leeds have had a bit of an uptick recently. Looking a bit like their old selves, but I think that since Steven Gerrard's come into Aston Villa, they've looked a really good outfit. So I do expect them at Villa Park to put Leeds away. Like you say, I don't think it's going to be a resounding victory. I think they'll just about get over the line. It'll be 2 good sides going up against each other in this one. Both of us going 2-1 to Aston Villa. Let's move over to the Thursday where we have the final 2 games. First one is Liverpool against Leicester. And again, we've gone for the exact same scoreline in 3-1 to Liverpool. Yeah. And to be honest, I was thinking to do more than 3-1 to Liverpool. But with Salah and Mane still being out, it will restrict the goal. I mean, if Salah and Mane were playing this game, I was going to go for 5 or 6, literally.
Yeah, Leicester are all over the place at the moment, aren't they? So although I can see them getting a goal, because even though they're all over the place, they do tend to get at least one, even though Vardy's out. They do have a lot of attacking talent in Iheanacho, and Maddison still playing quite well. But at the back, they are all over the shop. They're conceding goals left, right and centre. And it's really putting Brendan Rodgers under serious pressure. They didn't, not so long ago, they conceded 6 to Man City. They conceded
6 to Forest.
They can not 6. Was it 6?
4, I mean.
So, yeah, 4 to Forest. They conceded 2 in a minute to Spurs to lose the game.
Yeah.
So they're just all over the shop. And although Liverpool don't have all their attacking options, I still back them to get a few goals.
And you know what? A few weeks ago in the Cup, Liverpool scored 4 goals against them, and that was that reserve team.
Yeah. Did it go to penalties? No. They won 4-3 in the end.
4-3,
Yeah, so, yeah, you got to say, Leicester are favourites. Sorry, Liverpool are massive favourites.
Liverpool are massive favourites, yeah, for sure. And I suspect Jota to get on the score sheet as well, probably. But the last game of the midweek fixtures are Wolves against Arsenal. And again, we've gone for the exact same scoreline in 1-0 to Wolves.
Yeah.
Wolves are my version of your Brighton. And I really like the way they've played. I've been banging on about them all season. They're solid at the back. Yeah, they don't get on the score sheet as much as they would like, but they do create chances. And I think it should be a comfortable 1-0 victory for Wolves in this one, with Arsenal haven't scored a goal since the opening day of January. Yeah,
I see Arsenal struggling to penetrate Wolves the way they've only conceded 16 goals the whole season, especially in their last 8 games or so. They've been nearly watertight. They're on the back of 4 wins in 5 games in their past 5 games, Wolves. And they have started to score a bit more of late, although Adama
19 this season.
Yeah, but their last 2 wins have been 3-1 and 2-1. So they've got 5 goals their last 2. But Adama Traore has gone. So whether that affects them.
Well, yeah. He's playing a bit part role though, Adama.
Yeah, but he scored. Didn't he score last game or last 2 games?
The last game he scored was offside, and the game before he scored.
He scored, yeah. So he was scoring a few, but he's always a threat, isn't he? But I just think if they get a look with Moutinho and with Neves in the centre, Arsenal, if they don't have their first choice midfield out there, I just see them struggling to create good quality chances against Wolves. They might get lucky and go 1-0 up, and then all of a sudden it's on Wolves to come out, and then they might struggle. So I think the first goal is going to be very important in this game, but I think Wolves might get it. So 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, I do think there is only going to be 1 goal in this game, whether it be for Arsenal or for Wolves. I think it'll be for Wolves, but it's actually mad to think about it that Wolves are what is it? Wolves are 8th in the league right now. Mm-hmm. They're only 3 points away from 5th, but there's only 2 teams that have scored less than them, and that is Burnley and Norwich, which is mad when you think about it.
Yeah.
But I really like Wolves, and I think they're a really good side. I really do. But look, on Thursday, me and Sim have gone for identical scores, and I got a feeling we might be going for the most identical star man as well. So let's move on to that. And yes, it's exactly the same in the main man, which is Harry Kane, banging form at the moment. He's playing out of his skin. Some will say that he's on a trajectory to be the best version of Harry Kane has ever been. I mean, I was actually talking to John Cooper last night about it, and he says that he sees shades of 17-18 Harry Kane right now.
If he's converting John Cooper, then he really is back. Look, Kane looks in unstoppable form at the moment. He looks like he can't be stopped, and he's banging goals, he's getting assists, he's controlling games, he's looking happier than ever. So yeah, you got to pick him when he's in this kind of form.
Yeah, I mean, it was a toss-up between him and Jota. I think those 2 were the kind of outstanding ones, but you got to go for Harry Kane when he's in this kind of form. So look, there you have it. It's me against Simeon head-to-head in Predict the Prem once again. As you can see, the scores at the moment are 271 to 244. It's time for the second half of the season, and it's time to make up the numbers. So let me know in the comment section below what your predictions are, and let me know who you think is going to come up on top this week, me or Simeon. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.